Hey, what's up you guys? It's Scott with Everyday Home Repairs and just upgrading some kitchen cabinets. Specifically, this is a 30-inch upper, but we also have 42-inch uppers and then some base cabinets. So we're upgrading the hinges here on the doors to a soft close hinge like this Bloom model 39C. The question is, when you go into a project like this, one is very easy, but two, how do you know which hinge to get? There are a few critical measurements that you don't want to get wrong or it's going to make for a lot longer project. So stay right there and we'll jump in and show you how to measure so you're confident ordering the correct hardware. So there's two main measurements that we're looking at with these hinges. So these are the compact concealed hinges that are still in the cabinet and not upgraded yet. First measurement that we want to go after is what is called the cup depth. So this part of the compact hinge is the cup, and depending on your design, this one I can technically just insert in the tape measure and read out that it's a 1/2 inch. I know that probably wasn't as clear, and also you might not, if you have soft close hinges or something already in place, it's a little harder. So if you remove the hinge, so that's that same hinge removed, you can just take your tape measure and just measure the overall cup depth. And you can see there we're looking at that 1/2 inch. So measurement number one on the hinges that we want to replace and the hinges we're going to order is a 1/2 inch cup depth. Next up is probably the most critical, and that is called overlay. All right, so with that second measurement being overlay, that is really the edge of your cabinet and how much it overlays past the inside of your frame of the cabinet box. So what you can do here is often you can see the actual intersection or joint between the frame vertical component and horizontal, and that is indicating the inside of your frame. If that isn't easy to see, what you can do is just take simple painter's tape and line it up to the inside surface and then just tape that on to the frame and then leave that in place. So that will mark the inside edge that we're looking at. The outside edge, to get that overlay, how much distance is in between these two, you just take another piece of tape and put that to the outside edge of the door. So now we have the two pieces of tape and distance in the middle. So now we can just take our tape and measure from those two, and you can see I'm getting about 7/8 of an inch, really close to an inch. And because these cabinets and specifically the hinges are adjustable, I went with a 1-inch Bloom compact concealed Blue Motion hinge like the one here for this cabinet. So it's going to have a slightly larger overlay pushing the cabinet door back. That's not going to be an issue with my application, and then also I do have some adjustment there. So that is how I got the overlay. Remember the cup depth that we measured first, 1/2 inch, and then this one for the overlay is 7/8 of an inch. Okay, so now we have our two main dimensions, and that is the cup depth and probably most importantly the overlay. Other things to consider that you might see on a spec sheet for these hinges would be maybe like a maximum door thickness. So maybe you just need to make sure that your door thickness is no more than, let's say, 3/4. And that's just because the way that these will open. So the way that they'll open, if the door is too thick, it'll probably interfere with the frame of your cabinet. So just something to consider. And then additionally, what you'll probably see, and you might have questions on, is this is the old hinge, right? So that's the old concealed hinge. This is the new Bloom soft close hinge. You can see the wood screw holes are quite a bit offset. That's okay, and probably per design. And that is, so you can take the old ones out and get your door prepared, and then you do need to drill new holes to mount the upgraded soft close hinges. If that is in your future, if you are going to upgrade your cabinets, go ahead and click on this video over here, and that is where I'm going to dive in and show you how to upgrade your cabinets to soft close hinges. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you on the next one.